Enjoy the mukbang.
Guys, I'm hoping I can find a way to make chicken spaghetti today. Remember, I've been talking about that for the past like 3 or 4 weeks. Look at these mushrooms. Anybody else love mushrooms? I'm pretty sure they have selenium in them, which is like fights cancer and stuff. I love how they cut. I love how they feel when you chew them, especially fresh ones. I just love mushrooms all around. So, not magic mushrooms, not the ones that make you hallucinate, but you know, you get the idea. I don't necessarily enjoy the smell of them, but you know, stuff happens. I have a bowl literally right there. I'm putting them in, stuff's getting under my fingernails. Guys, look how long my nails are, first of all. I used to chew my nails, so that still amazes me to this day that they get that long, guys. It just amazes me. Because I want to make spaghetti that is like different than traditional spaghetti. Not that I hate traditional spaghetti, but I've said it many times in my videos, it's not my favorite thing in the world. It's not something that I want to have a lot, because I've had it a lot, and I'm like, it's just such a basic combination. And I know a lot of Italian foods are the same combination of ingredients, like something tomato sauce, something meat, something dairy, cheese, some kind of, you know. And there is, not to say that there is something inherently wrong with that, but personally, it gets a bit, you know, meh, especially when the majority of it is like too much sauce and too much, you know, noodle, yeah, the bread or pasta portion of it as well. That's what the other half of the dishes usually are. I'm not sure what kind of mushrooms these are specifically, but they're cutting like butter, and I'm enjoying that a lot more than I probably should be. I'm not sure the serving size of these mushrooms, but I'm gonna say this is about 40 calories or so worth of mushrooms, because of the fact that I got that other pack and like a third of it, which is like half of what I have here to cut up, was 20 calories, so I wonder what would happen if you took a mushroom and put it into a deep fryer. Like, not breaded, just like took a piece that was like this thin. Like, can you see that? And put it into a deep fryer just to let it. Like, if it got crisp on the outside and then had that like sponginess on the inside. I think I like mushrooms because they remind me of the sponginess of a liver or like an organ that's spongy. Even though it's a different kind of sponginess, they have a unique flavor that people react to just the same. Like, it's a split down the middle. Oh, you eat mushrooms? Oh, you eat liver? Like, some people are like, ew, I freaking hate mushrooms. Ew, I freaking hate liver. You know, like, it's a similar type reaction dealy. And the reason I'm doing these, like, you know, got natural ones, like, not that the ones in cans aren't natural, but I mean, like, fresh ones, and cut them up, is because I just want to know that I did it myself, and I want to know that, you know, the ones that I'm using in my food were cleaned and cut by me. And also, can we just agree that the ones in the can, for some fucking reason, just taste bleh. The reason most people don't like mushrooms that don't like them, I find, is because they've all had those ones that come out of a fucking can and taste like a fucking chew toy and have like, they're just chewy, that's all they are. If you get fresh mushrooms and put it in something, it's going to be completely different than if you get it out of a can and just reheat it. Like this video if you know what I mean. The next step is to cut some onions. Now, I have 2 more mushrooms to cut, and I'm gonna try and I'm gonna do that on the time lapse, I do believe. Just because me talking is really boring, but I do want you to see me completing all the steps. Now we have about 2 cups of mushroom here. I mean, look at these little slices. I mean, I'm literally winging this recipe, like, not that there is a recipe, but I am totally winging it. If this does end up being a recipe, hopefully it turns out. Like, I'm assuming this is about 40 or 50 calories in mushrooms. I could be wrong. I may look it up later and it'd be way more. I'm fine with it. Now I'm going to cut some onions. As you can see, these are very little onions. So I'm going to cut them like this first. My uncle grew onions, my other uncle, he grew onions, and he just has a bunch of, like, leftover onions laying around, so. Actually, I have a little baggie here.
Sorry for all the noises, guys.
I'm going to pan sear these once I chop them up to little tiny pieces. I'm not making a whole bunch of spaghetti. Like, my mom usually makes, like, a huge batch, but the fact that it's made with chicken and onion and mushrooms, and those are things that not everyone likes or is in favor of, you know, even if it's cooked down. I'm only making maybe, I don't know, 4 cups of spaghetti, but that's still a lot. So I don't know how much onion I'm actually going to need, but I'm going to try and use a few more of these. Oh, that was kind of mushy. I have a whole box of them to my left. You guys can't see them, but there's a bunch of them. Varying in size and shape, actually. So. It may be a little difficult to cut such tiny onions with such a big knife. Damn, fuck. Everybody hold the phone. I wish I had my contacts, because this would not be happening if I did. And I know that, I don't know how true this is, let me know in the comments. Like, I feel like it's cleaning my eyes or something. Because, like, you know how when you put, like, peroxide on something that's infected, or you put, like, alcohol on it, and it gets really stings, but it's ultimately helping? Like, does onion juice do that, or is it literally just, like, a reaction between the enzymes in the onion juice and the things in your, like, the shit in your eye? Oh my god, these are so much worse. Like, you know how baby spiders and baby snakes are more potent than their moms or their dads? My eyes are shut. I can't fucking see what I'm doing at all. Oh, they're watering so bad. Like, that, it wasn't just a stinging feeling. That was like a pain. Oh. Fucking god. Do you guys see that? Can you see? My eyes probably look fucking bloodshot. I'm sorry, I can't do this. Okay, so I went and I got a bowl of water, and I'm dipping them in the water, as well as putting them in the bowl. But I'm still doing this shit. When I cut it, I'm putting my hand over it. Ow. I don't know why I'm putting them in this. It's still hurting my eyes, but no, it's... I'm cutting these in really tiny pieces because we're going to pan sear them with a little bit of, you know, it's in a pan that's pre-greased. It's a cast iron skillet, and you have to do that with all of them. So it's in a pan that's like pre-greased, but it's just water, salt, and pepper. But it's not oil really, it's just the grease that's over the pan. And I'm going to sear them because I want that flavor with my chicken in my chicken spaghetti. I like the, you know, the smoky, burnt, you know, taste of pan-seared onions. I love it. And they're easier to do that too when you have them in really small slices like this. A lot of people that don't like onions have never had them like that. At least that's what I do. Why can't my eyes just get used to it after a while, you know? Like, I cut onions, like, once a week, you know what I mean? I fucking hate it! Oh, I shouldn't have got my face that close. It's like, even when I'm not cutting them, they're spurting juice out. Oh, again. So, guys, I got those last two cut, and now I'm gonna put them in this cup, since they've been in water now. I had put like a plastic bag over my glasses and that still didn't work. So then I just kind of hurried up. I'm actually just doing this to measure. I hate how it's sticking to my hands, even though I know it's entirely my fault. Whatever. SpongeBob's on in the background, if you can't tell. I'm gonna try and get just as many onions as I have mushrooms. I don't think I have that many onions, but I'm not cutting any fucking more. Because, ow, I mean, for realsies, I should have just had this container on the side, but I didn't, so. Okay. Doing it this way is so much easier. And these are really young, small onions, so they're really fucking potent. I love the smell of onions, I love the taste of onions, but the shit that gets in your eyes when you're cutting them? Fuck that. Okay, that's actually about 3 cups of onions. Oh god, they came out with yet another password journal. I would run these through a strainer, but I feel like that would be pointless. So like 2.5 cups of onion there. So guys, I have my spaghetti measured out. It's in a pan, so I'm going to put this back. Measured out about 200 calories worth of spaghetti. And now I have to see, anybody else keep their pasta in the freezer? For posterity? Ha 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 ha! I'm not that funny, I should shut up. I figured out that for 3 ounces it is 30 calories for these mushrooms. So I'm going to put my mushrooms in this little bag and weigh it in this filthy looking weigher thing. Oh, this is gonna suck so bad. Oh, come on, go in. Go in the bag. You had one job, mushrooms. Okay. Even if it's like 100 calories worth of mushrooms, I really don't care, because it's the type of thing that I'm making more than one serving, and yeah, this is definitely probably going to be more than 3 ounces, but you know what? I could be wrong. Because it doesn't weigh really heavy or anything, like it doesn't weigh like it's a lot, but yeah. Let's see how many ounces this is. It's like 5 ounces, literally. So that would mean 50 calories worth of mushrooms. Guys. I said it was going to be about 50 calories worth of mushrooms, didn't I? And I'm leaving these fresh. Like, after everything else is cooked and the sauce is made and everything. I'm going to use a tomato sauce because I feel like that's the right thing to do. And I'm not going to be able to have you, like, out moving around because my iPod is very close to dead. So, I'm going to maybe do a small shot of me cooking the onions. I have the chicken thawing out, and I have more that I'm actually going to use thawing out so that my mom can use a couple pieces in something if she wants to make it. But I'm going to add water to the spaghetti noodles and start them. Because, you know. Sorry, guys. I'll put them on low heat so that they don't get too out of their way. And I'm going to put the onions in that cast iron skillet right there. The noodles are right there. So, I will see you in the future. Hopefully I can remember to take a shot of those onions while they're cooking and then show you what they look like when they're pan-seared, and that's what I call them. I don't know what that's called. They're like brown, black almost when they're done. And they have this like smokiness to them when you do it that way, and it just tastes amazing to me. The onions are coming along nicely. The noodles are coming along nicely. Okay, so I'm not cooking it till it gets as dark as I have planned because I'm so afraid of fucking up this pan. It's my mom's pan. I don't want to mess it up. I have tomato paste here that hasn't started cooking yet, and I'm going to add the onions and the mushrooms to that. I'm going to add my seasonings, which I have all written down over here. I'm going to add those to that. Then I'm going to cook the chicken and add that, and we will see how that turns out. Wish me luck. This is what we have so far. I'm sorry if it looks kind of shitty. All I have in there is the mushrooms, the onions, the noodles, the tomato paste, and half the seasonings. And I have half the mushrooms in there. So I'm going to go ahead and cook the chicken. And I may show the process of that. But then I will, after I have the chicken and everything in there, I will put the other half of the mushrooms in. and the other half of the seasoning's in. Actually, I think I'm going to use some of the seasonings when I'm cooking the chicken, because I feel like that's still using the seasonings, but I'm worried that if I dump it all into this while it's, saucy, that it's going to mix poorly. Because I am making this recipe up as I go along. This is not something that I looked up. It's something that I'm literally trying for the first time in my life. So I need to get the chicken measured and cook that, and then I'll get back to you guys. I really hope you guys enjoy this kind of video, by the way, because I really do enjoy making them the most. The ones where, this is only the second video I've done where I've made up a recipe, cooked it, showed you guys the ingredients, and I will have the recipe of this, if it turns out successful, in the description. Even if it doesn't turn out successful, I'm going to have it in the description because of the fact that if you like it, you may like it. If I don't like it, it's because I don't like it, Your taste buds may be different. Also, you may be able to change some ingredients and make it taste better. And feedback is always awesome, and seeing people use a recipe that you created is kind of awesome. So, I will do what I need to do, and I will see you in a few. So what I did was, I put half the seasoning in here. Ignore the mess on the stove, by the way. And I took the other seasoning and took a teaspoon of it. Right? Yeah, a teaspoon of it. And put some water in the pan that I was cooking the onions in. And I'm heating that seasoning up right now while I go and measure how much chicken I'm actually going to use in this. So see you guys in the future. So guys, this is the finished product. Sorry about the bad lighting. I'm going to sprinkle a little bit of cheese on it. And I'm guessing that that's about 200 some calories, or 200 calories even. I didn't measure it out this time, but I'm guessing that's about how much it is. So yeah, here goes the mukbang where I eat it. The lighting's okay here, I suppose. We're gonna try this. This is with all the mushrooms, and this is for all the marbles. Okay, guys? It doesn't look the greatest, but then again, it may be because it's chicken spaghetti. And like I said, this mukbang is going to be called a spaghetti switch-up because it's going to be chicken spaghetti. So I'm going to try and get a bite of everything. Noodles, chicken. It smells very strong with seasonings, and I was worried of that. I'm worried the seasonings are going to be too much. I'm still going to find a way to eat it, trust me, because I'm not wasting all this food. It doesn't taste as strong as it smells. I don't expect my family to eat it though, because they always really a little Well, it's pretty much any recipe I ever made. I literally just took tomato paste, the seasonings, and the chicken, the onions, the mushrooms, and then the noodles. That's literally all I did. I used about half a small can of chicken or tomato paste because it's really strong. My mom wants me to clean the bathroom so she can yell at me for not cleaning it right. Who else's parents does that? Even if you're like my age. I'm 25, by the way. If you're 25 and live with your parents, who else's parents do that? Okay? Tell you to clean something, and no matter what it is you clean, no matter how well you clean it, you could clean it with bleach till it was fucking spotless, till there's nothing wrong with it. And they come in, they're like, there's fucking dust on it, clean it again. And it's like, do you only tell me to clean these things because you like bitching at me about not doing it right? Because if I didn't know any better, I would say that was the only reason. Yeah, there's a lot of seasoning in this that doesn't necessarily need to be there, but it's not bad. But yeah, this is good chicken spaghetti. I'm gonna list the recipe in the bottom, in the crotch, as people call it. I do recommend you cut down on the seasoning. Use probably half of what I did, maybe, or adjust it. Because I know for a fact a lot of people would not like this. But I like it. I like things to be very flavorful. Now, does that change the fact that my stomach may still get mad at me for putting it in there later? No. My stomach does that sometimes. Have you ever done that though? Like, you eat something and then you ate it, you're fine while you're eating it, you're fine for hours after, but then like, out of nowhere. And it's the only thing that could cause it. Out of nowhere, you just start getting sick to your stomach and you're like, what the fuck? SpongeBob is funny. If you don't like SpongeBob, like, I'm not gonna fight you about it, but I'm gonna just be like, why, the whole time I know you. Really good, guys. My battery's about to go dead. And I literally don't get that because it's been plugged in and charging off and on the whole time I'm cooking, and normally it doesn't drain that quickly. The chicken's perfect. The mushrooms are perfect. I mean, feel free to try this recipe. Let me know how it turns out for you. I used an interesting combination of seasonings. A lot of people make their chicken spaghetti in a white sauce because a lot of people just think, oh, tomatoes and chicken, and like tomato sauce and chicken, or like, my sauce is literally seasoning, mushrooms, and onions, and tomato paste. Because I just grabbed whatever I had on hand. I'm probably gonna get heartburn, I can feel it happening. This is a bottle of water that I put a flavor packet in. I got them at Walmart thinking, oh, these will be calorie free, you know, they won't hurt me, you know. They have like 10 calories in them for the whole packet, which, anybody use a half a packet of those? Because that's what the serving size is, like, a half a packet of it. But everyone I know that's ever used anything like that has used the whole packet in the bottle of water. Gristle. I can't stand gristle in my meat, any kind of meat. I'm gonna twist my noodles around my fork. It is really good. And even though it's really, like, seasoned, it's effervescent. That's what the seasonings are. Like, they're really strong when you smell them. But for me, it's not an overpowering thing when it comes to the taste. Because I've had tomato sauces and spaghettis before that were very, aromatic. And I've had ones where the aromaticness of it went right to my taste buds as well whenever I ate it. Like, there was too much seasoning for my taste buds. But to me, that's not how this is. Kind of sloppy though. A little bit. I'm gonna go make some butter bread and then come back and finish this. I'm back. Guys, I got my bread here. Let me get my noodles in here. No, it doesn't look very appetizing, but it actually is pretty good. So I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. I hope if you make this recipe it turns out really good. I hope you enjoy it just as much as I did. Because you gotta switch up things once in a while. I will leave the recipe in the description, along with the links to my Patreon, my Mukbang playlist, and my Someone Has to Say a Rant playlist. I just want to give a big shout out to the person that requested me do spaghetti and actually inspired me to look up recipes even though I didn't find one, or come up with a recipe of my own, which is what I did. for, you know, a more interesting chicken type spaghetti. I'm sorry, I don't remember names very well. But thank you to the person that commented that, suggesting it. I can't promise I'm always going to be able to do the suggestions you guys give me, but I promise you I will always try and come up with something that I can do that is close to it, or, you know, my version of it. I need to go count my calories. Thank you for liking, commenting, and subscribe if you did. I do appreciate you guys so much. I feel like a lot of YouTubers say that but don't mean it, maybe, I don't know, but I mean, without subscribers I wouldn't have a reason to make content, so I just really do appreciate you guys. I hope you have a great day. Let me know in the comments if there's anything else you would like me to try or to do, or if there's any recipes you want me to try. Again, I'm not going to guarantee that I'll be able to find the ingredients for it if it's a real specific thing. Or if I'll be able to do it because of, you know, circumstances. But I should be getting contacts probably within the coming month. Probably within the first 2 weeks of December, probably. So hopefully I'm not stuck wearing these things the whole time I'm doing these mukbang videos. Which, I would be okay with doing those as long as my channel is active. Now I need to finish my food, write down my calories, and then I need to go clean the house. So, thank you guys. You guys are so awesome. Have a beautiful day.